In this video, we are going to show you how you can measure ROAS and CPA for Facebook site source and placement breakdowns in Google Analytics. If you take a look at this custom Google Analytics Facebook dashboard, you can see how we created tables using site source and placement breakdowns that include cost, ROAS, and CPA columns. To get started, let's head over to our easy auto-tagging dashboard. First, we're going to create our dynamic UTM profile. Head over to UTM Profiles in the left navigation. Then click on Create UTM Profile. Now enable Dynamic UTM Parameters. Let's call the UTM profile Dynamic Profile. For the source value, we are going to select Facebook's dynamic site source name, and for medium, we are going to select Facebook's dynamic placement value. For the remaining UTM fields, we're going to assign the following: campaign equals campaign name, content as ad name, keywords ad set name. Click Save and head back to the main dashboard. Let's go ahead and create a dynamic data connector and call it Dynamic Connector. Choose your Facebook ad account and dive into your data connector settings. First, we're going to define what campaigns to include. We are going to use the dynamic filter and only include campaigns created after a specified date. This will include any current campaigns that were created as of the assigned date, as well as any campaigns that will be created in the future. We are going to enable paused campaigns to ensure that newly published campaigns that have not yet been set to active will get tagged. Now, let's enable dynamic UTM profiles. Keep in mind that you cannot mix standard and dynamic UTM connectors once activated. You can, however, run separate standard and dynamic connectors in the same account. Select the profile we created in the earlier steps and verify that the parameter values are properly assigned. Select Tag Campaigns and Import Cost Data. Let's enable Import Historical Data so that past data for current campaigns gets imported. Now, add your Google Analytics account, select your Google Analytics property, and assign your cost data set. A quick note: once you activate your data connector, your ads will get tagged with updated UTMs and the first cost data import will process. Moving forward, only new ads will get tagged with UTMs and your cost data will automatically import daily unless you are leveraging import frequencies. Although Google Analytics processes cost data imports as soon as they occur, it can take up to 24 hours for Google Analytics to display the data in your reports on the first import. That's it, you are all set. Let's take a look at how this data translates in Google Analytics. If we go back to the custom Facebook dashboard we built in Google Analytics, you can see how we have built tables on the source and medium dimensions. The source and medium dimensions in Google Analytics reflect the resolved dynamic values we set in our UTM profile. Since Facebook's dynamic values resolve on link clicks, you can only see the resolved values for dynamic parameters in Google Analytics. To map cost, impression, and click data back to resolved dynamic values in Google Analytics, our system goes through a process called reverse data mapping. You can also leverage the cost analysis report to measure Facebook ads on site source and placement breakdowns. ROAS is a standard Google Analytics metric. For CPA, we created a calculated metric. You can use standard Google Analytics metrics, such as cost per transaction. However, if you are working with goals and only want to see the CPA of a specific goal, you can create calculated metrics. You can access calculated metrics in the admin section under Views. Leveraging calculated metrics is a powerful way to create key metrics for performance measurement. This completes our tutorial on creating dynamic profiles and measuring CPA and ROAS for site source and placement breakdowns. If you have any questions, reference our help section posted in the caption below. Happy tagging!